Well, hello there, everyone. What's that? What's that? You guys want to get wrecked? Okay, we can do that. Let's get wrecked. Oop. There they go. Look at them just falling in there. What's going on, everyone? Rogue Fox here, coming to you with another Minecraft tutorial on the console edition. Today's topic, we'll be going over a simple, very efficient blaze farm. And as you can see, there are no pistons, no repeaters, no redstone circuitry all lined up in the chamber. Just a lot of glass. Today I'll be showing you how to make this little build. But first, let's take a look at other designs, since I know many blaze spawners are not necessarily all in the netherrack like this. There's some that's in very sketchy places, so let's cut to a quick clip of things we'll be looking at and how we can build this in different areas, and we'll jump right into the tutorial. And welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage there. The whole point of that clip, that whole section, was just to show you that basically this build can be put in any type of scenario. I was trying to be thorough, and I wanted to make sure before I went ahead and posted a video that basically that this build works in different situations other than being buried in netherrack. So that's what that was about. Yeah, so today, like I said, we're going to get into our little tutorial here, and this is our little cram safe mob softener that we have here that all of our guys fell down into. If you didn't catch this, it's just a quick little build. I posted a video about that right before this one. I can put a link to that here in this video, and it's pretty much how that works. Alright, so today, luckily for you guys, I have a double blaze spawner in this world here, so I wanted to build this one to make sure everything's working perfect. The one that we'll be working on today will be right down the hall, about 15 blocks away. Yeah, we have another spawner right here, so this is the one we'll be working on today. And on top of that, I'll be popping to the other worlds too, just so you can see, get a better look at how these blaze spawners work. Alright guys, to get this thing started, the first thing we're obviously going to need is a blaze spawner. Kind of need that to build this. So I'm going to be doing this in creative. I have it on peaceful right now just to make life a little bit easier, so blaze don't get in my way. Usually if you're going to do a blaze spawner in survival mode, I would recommend stocking up on fire potions, the 8-minute length ones, and make sure you have some decent amount of blocks on you to block this up. Basically what we're going to do, if you're in survival mode, you want to go 4 blocks out each way, whoops, in each direction, 4x4, and you want to make it 2 blocks high like that. So in order to shut this blaze farm down before we start building, you would want to do that. But we're not going to do that, we're just going to jump right into it. So the first thing we're going to want to do, like I said, let's clear out a 4x4 area. So hey guys, just real quick, before we get in all to our digging here, I know I said it's a 4x4 area. which is true. This is gonna be 4 out, but we're gonna need the walls on the outside. So instead of just digging out your 4x4 area, go ahead and do a 5x5 area for this build, because we're gonna have walls coming down for all of our glass. So 5x5 area, and we'll want to come digging from the spawner. Let's go. We'll need it to be 6 blocks down. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th block down. Whoops, 7th block down is going to be our floor for this, just so you guys know how far you guys need to dig down. Be careful for lava when you're digging down if you're in netherrack, and if you are hanging above a lava pool, be very careful. I know that's going to be a bless your little souls if you get a spawner like that, but if you have a spawner like that, just be careful when you're doing it. Make sure you're crouching when you're doing everything. So from the spawner, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your floor is 7. Just wanted to give you guys that information before you start digging and before you get mad at me because I didn't notify you earlier. So let's finish digging and we'll get right back to this. Alright guys, and once you have this area cleared out, I went ahead and threw down the glass floor. As far as materials go, as you see, it's going to be a lot of glass here. I tried to count it out when it comes to the total amount. I tried counting out this last one back here. Came out to about roughly 6.5 stacks of glass. I think it came out, if I did the math right, about like 6.25 or something like that. So let's just go with a straight number. Let's go 6.5 stacks of glass for this build. So from here we have the floor in. Like I said, we want to go from the spawner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your floor is on the 7th, and then from there you want to make sure you don't cheap out on the walls. Build them all the way across. So you got your 9x9 area, and for your 5th block out, you want to make sure you fill it all in with glass. So just start filling it all in now, just like that. Oops. I want to fill this whole wall, and basically this is going to be the whole spawner right here. This is where your blades are going to drop in and everything like that. And you guys may be wondering, how are they going to magically walk themselves over to the hole that we put in? We'll get back to that. Actually, we'll talk about that later. So just go ahead, let's get this part in. This is probably the hardest and most tedious part of this whole spawner, so let's just go ahead and finish this up. Alright, and once you've finished putting in all the glass, we'll just go ahead and pick a corner. For the sake of this farm, let's go ahead and use this right corner here. So what you want to do, just go ahead and break this out. 2 blocks, get yourself out of there. Next you want to do is just go ahead and create yourself a perimeter around this. This is where all the science and all the magic is going to happen with this spawner. Like I said, I'm going to pop into the other worlds. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Basically what this is doing is we're going to create a path for these blades to track and try to pathfind to. So with this, hello, let's put some blocks down here. With the spawners that I built, I found that just putting the blocks around the bottom layer here was sufficient enough. As you saw in the preview at the opening of the video, I was just running around the room they're in. That was just plenty of space for them to try pathfind to. So we have this cleared out. Okay, so basically what this is going to do is this is going to make us a little path. So the blades are going to come. Because these are transparent blocks, they want a solid block to stand on, so they're going to search around, look around for any solid block, and as they're looking around, they're going to see all these beautiful solid blocks that they could stand on. And let me just go ahead and fix that hole real quick. So they're going to see all of these, and what we're going to do is we're going to force them to come into one area so that they can try to, so they can think they can get to these blocks. So what we're going to do, we are going to put our hole right here, and this is where our softener is going to go down there, whatever you choose to do. Like I said, I've created a cram save mob softener that will fit perfectly right into this little build. What a quinky dink, I know. So with that, let's go ahead and break this block and just put a solid block here. And one thing I forgot to mention, you'll need 3 trapdoors. So what we'll want to do, and if you've created a villager breeder, you're probably familiar with this. We're going to put a trapdoor right here so that they think that they can cross. So we're going to go ahead and do it just like that. They're going to compute that they can walk across this, but obviously they can't, so they're just going to go ahead and fall right in as they're trying to pathfind to the outside here. And we're going to want to put in 2 more. So let's drop down here real quick, and let's put a block right there. Trapdoor, crouch, trapdoor. Close those. Perfect. Let's get out of the hole here. We can break this block. So that's pretty much the room set up. Like I said, from here, we can just get ourselves out of here. I'm going to go ahead and put this into, put this into easy mode. Let's see how fast we can get these guys. Like I said, they're going to try to find this area here. They're going to try to pathfind, and there goes one. And 2. See, they're already trying to come out here. So wonderful. In that time lapse that I showed early at the beginning with the whole packed house of blaze, it took about, with all of them full in here, it took about just under 4 minutes for all of them to fall in down here. So you can AFK this, you can walk away, go get yourself a drink, whatever you want to do, go to the bathroom, take care of business, and you just stand here. We're in a safe spot, and we can just let them fill up, then come down. And as I told you, I was going to pop into the other world, some of the sketchier locations, just to show you that this same idea works with the blocks going around the outside. So let's go ahead and pop over to that real quick. Let's go pop into this one right here. And this is the sketchy one that you saw, where it's completely above the lava lake. Why do I hear my mob grinder going? Okay, I'm not sure, but as you can see here, I have just 1 block surrounding this whole area, and basically they're trying to pathfind out here. If I take away any of these blocks on the outside, especially in a situation like this, they pretty much just wander around the inside here. So I tried experimenting with that. It doesn't work. So it does work if you do have a perimeter of blocks going around the outside like this. And you can see they're still dropping in. As you can see, there's no netherrack around whatsoever, but they're still funneling in. Just like that. And with this type of area, I try to be creative. I mean, say it's going to be hard to kind of build. This can be dangerous. So look at that guy down there. What's he doing? Alright, so kind of just a little play idea. Just come down here. This will take us down to our little chamber down here. As you can see, I have another mob softener. And one thing I did not think about, and this is a super quick fix, is that when we're running this, we want to block these guys off. We don't have a piston to block them off. So simply what I did was just to add to this softener here. I just went ahead and put a switch here, a little lever, and I put a piece of redstone dust here, and then I put a block here. This block should be here, and then I just placed the redstone torch right here, which powers this block right here. So if I go on down here and flip this lever, flip this lever, flip this lever, it'll invert the torch, and you'll see that these 2 gates will come up right there, stopping them from getting in. That way we can get our little softener action going. And we don't have to worry about fresh mobs dropping in and causing a bunch of chaos and throwing fireballs everywhere. So let's go ahead and open that up. And there they go, piling back in. Alright everyone, we are back in the tutorial world here. I just wanted to tie up some loose ends. One thing I want to mention are the buttons I place down at the bottom. We want to make this spawner spawn proof on the outside. We don't want any trouble on the outside here. So I went ahead and threw down some wooden buttons, as that would prevent mobs from spawning. You can use buttons, redstone dust. Those are probably the cheapest things you can probably use to cover this up. Another thing I forgot to mention is the glass block on top of the spawner. Just so we prevent anything from spawning on top, we want to go ahead and throw a glass block on top. And I think that is about it. For the sake of time, I did not build the softener that goes here. I have a tutorial that is perfect for this. It's cram safe. All your blazes can come in, drop in. I do have one on the other side just to show you. But you can go ahead and check that video out. We got this one over here. So the only addition to that softener is the little lever that we place in here to keep them from dropping in. And that is about it, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, and yeah, just go ahead and leave any comments, subscribe, leave a like. Till next time, guys, Rogue Fox out.